the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Wants to throw. It's Clevin. They're all over him. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And it'll be down right there.
Dude, how about that? Boom. I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. And the Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Fresh set of downs going up top. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
It's a curious play call offensively to try to throw after that great gain on the ground the snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going. Let the big fellas go to work. I don't like the idea of throwing the ball there.
Second down to the air. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Trying to get started. Smashes ahead. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Moves the pocket. It's Levitt. He's got it. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Long way to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Waning seconds of the 1st half. Let's see how they handle it. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the tight end. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more snap coming before halftime. Defense playing a bail technique. Second down, gonna throw it. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today, so let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's start with a look at Oregon State taking on the number 18 team, the Texas State Bobcats.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the 1st half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Run ends there.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Making the adjustment. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Stepping to the right. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Over. Move. Ready. Cue. Booster. Western. Squid. Go.
St. Clair. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Not a ton of play calls for third in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's got him this time. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And you want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on third down. Got the quick pass. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And wings it incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Gonna look downfield again. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Motion from the wideout. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Out wide right, it's Miller. Breaks a tackle. He smashes his way through again. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Runs through a tackle. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. They'll run it with Baxter. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
And the extra point splits the uprights. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Here we go. Ready. Blue 30. Ready to go.
Handoff, Caden Durham. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Catch in the middle, it's Green on the stop.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Short now, they snap it from their own 46.
Ready. Black 18.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On third down, here's Durham. Stop cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it.
Yeah, stopping the run is about... physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Motion from the back. Take clear to throw for it on fourth. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They go back to C.J. Baxter. They were all over it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Right side, it's Miller. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And they get the completion and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock. But what's really important now is it's 4th down. And that made it more manageable, but obviously the clock is not as important as making sure you get this 4th down conversion.
Got to make the play on 4th. Throwing right. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive, too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Throwing St. Clair. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Flag 14. Flag 14.
Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Interesting play call there, right? You gave up a sack on the first play, so now these D-ends are licking their chops. And you let them get a free rush at the quarterback because you've set up the screen. They're thinking, we're going to get back-to-back sacks. Just throw it right over top into the running back. You get some of those yards back now, at least giving you a chance here on 3rd down.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Tavian St. Clair. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that 1st down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Across the 35. Turning it on! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers!
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
This drive will open from the 15.
Flag 18! Flag 18! Enter!
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top on second down. Quickly out to the tight end.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Escape! Escape! Replace! Hey, replace! Eagle, eagle! Check! Eagle!
The corners are walked up tight.
Rush! Rush!
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Sends them back in motion. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. All the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Well, this guy's going to need an ice bath based on how he's run the football now these last two games, David. Back-to-back top 25 wins, in large part because of the way he's running the football. He has been physical, and it's incredible to watch him against really good defenses wear them down. He just seems to get better as the game goes on. This guy has just been a monster in recent games.
He's been an absolute monster, and I think when you're watching this team and you watch him the last 2 weeks against quality opponents and to be this physical, man, this bodes well for this team moving forward. Like, how are you not going to depend on this team or call this team one of the best teams in college football? Back-to-back weeks, physicality.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Second down, gonna throw it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. On the return.
Return brings it out to the 29. And your LSU Tigers will take over. First and 10.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Past the 6. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Right back to the well. Swamped immediately.
Loss of 1.